This is your daily market review for Thursday, October 31st, 2024. Happy Halloween! Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well.
This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review, Thursday, October 31st, 2024. Happy Halloween. If you've been following the channel, you're hopefully printing money as the market pulls back. As we've talked about, the risk reward was to the downside near term. If you took advantage of such, congratulations. If you're long and holding long, please roll up your stops. There's no guarantees. The market is pricing in the best possible scenario for the election, which, again, in my mind, I don't think is going to happen. From what I'm reading, there is voter fraud. There is millions of issues going on everywhere, and the odds that the election will be figured out on November 5th, not happening. Not happening. Not in a million years. Not with everything's going on. Doesn't matter whether you're political or not. Again, this is just talking about the markets in general based on what we're seeing in the evidence. So if you want to argue about who's going to win and who's not, don't really care to. It's just we got to trade the market, the economy, and the facts. Again, opinions don't really matter. I mean, everyone has opinions about stocks and ideas about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We'll stick to the facts. So if you're new to the channel, check out the Discord room. Always here to help. We had Apple, Amazon, and Intel earnings after hours. All of them are an absolute joke. Some are up, some are down. We'll talk about it, what to expect moving forward, especially when you know you have the jobs stuff tomorrow. Again, jobs days are usually dojis, and the oversold position might not be a bad thing for the market to take a break tomorrow. And when I mean take a break, just chop around. I think there's more down to come. I mean, this shows you a lot when the market closes on a Friday. Sorry, not a Friday, on a last day of the month, what their thinking is. And again, geopolitical risk still sticking around, slowing economy. Oh my God, the data today, some of the federal manufacturing data, absolutely terrible. So let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, check out the Discord room. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bells, posting stuff on Twitter, posting stuff on YouTube. Again, check out the education videos. Check out our website, tradingagent.com. Let me know how I can help you out. There's tons of information everywhere, constantly. And yeah, it's always evolving, always evolving. So let me know how I can help. If you need a chat, take 30 minutes. Let's talk about what you need. Need help with the markets, need help with strategies, need help with education. You want to buy, sell, or invest in real estate and you don't hit me up, holy freaking doodle do. Hit me up. You get 2 agents for the price of 1. Love to help you out no matter where you're at in the country. Hear that again, in the country. I can help you out. Let me find you a referral agent. You'll get 2 agents for the price of 1, meaning you will get me as well on the transaction. When I mean transaction is guidance, help, see what I can do to, I mean, again, agent will be on the ground, strategy sessions, you and I and the other agent is needed. And again, it's a great, like a great relationship for everybody. I love to just keep refreshing this. Next week, it's coming down, but that's still a lock. Anything over 90%. Bitcoin, oh, come on, that's not, we know that is not true. Bitcoin flopped back down. And again, are you surprised? If you follow the channel, it's like so many people who follow the channel, I get a lot of great feedback. Thank you for posting. You're welcome. Are we always right? No. Are we generally kind of in the ballpark of things? Do we trade the ranges? Do we stick to just playing the facts? Yeah, we talked about it. Don't be surprised if you pull back. Talked about that very clearly. Range highs. Be careful. Oil. All over the place, right? Today up. Not surprised. Range lows, right? Geopolitical risks. As I said, people are saying, oh, Israel's not going to strike Iran's oil supplies and da-da-da-da. You got to be freaking kidding me. There's no rules to this. If these guys are really out to get Israel and Israel retaliates, the first thing they're going for is their oil supplies. They're going for their uranium enrichment. They're going for their nuclear, their whatever, power plants. Come on. Nat gas, again, big choppy range. Be careful. I personally have no desire to play it. And we'll see what happens when we get down to the lower end of range. Holler at your boy. We got you. Again, if you're new to the channel, leave a comment below. Drop a heart, like. Let me know how I can help you. Again, people just don't take advantage of such. Now, do I know everything about everything? No. But I do know a lot about the damn markets and watching them for 20 plus years. Dollar. Talked about this. BRICS city, everything coming. All right, 8-10 day. It's been on fire. If it can't hold it, which again, it closed right near it. I mean, again, close enough for government work, 20 day. I personally don't really have a beef in the game. I'm just watching the dollar. That straight line move up, we said, is not usually preceding good news, meaning something's wrong. I mean, people, especially when we're trying to devalue the dollar. China's out there trying to devalue. I mean, there's like, why are we providing liquidity endlessly? Why, people? Something's coming, y'all. I'm telling you, something feels fishy. TLT needs to get over 93. It's pretty simple. Have no desire to look at it, sniff it, or touch it. VIX, we said, got to get over what? 20 day? We got over it yesterday. Now the next level. Got to get over the 23. Just makes sense? Now we closed there. And this is what would be very interesting to me. If we had some sort of, again, doji. I mean, if the market's doji, which they typically do on jobs days, I wouldn't be surprised if this pops and flops. That would be my guess. But if it continues on, I expect higher prices in the VIX in time. As I said, this is not a one-time event. The VIX, same kind of thing. SPY, you broke support. Yep. Broke the 20-day. You broke down with a gap, a professional gap. We talk about big gaps, start or end moves. That is a big gap, and you close at the low of the day. I mean, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to know what's coming in time. Now, again, do not chase shorts, meaning like just don't just short random prices. If you're going to look to short or take profits on your longs, wait for bounces. It's going to go both ways at some point. We talked about tech as the easiest short on the history of the planet at this point, moving forward. Try to explain it. Why? Again, chip glut, the retest. We know the future, again, is going to be commodities. When the Feds pivot, it's commodities, y'all. It's not tech. Again, the tech valuations are greater than the dot-com bubble on steroids. I mean, it's literally the Hulk of a bubble. Okay. We noticed too when it was making lower highs, that was consistent with such. SPY was making new highs, QQQ wasn't. Easiest short out there. Short the weakness. Right? Makes sense? IWM. We talked about this trapping up there. Congratulations if you took it. DIA, as we talked about, has started to lag since OPEX. Makes sense. Looks bad. I mean, now near term, maybe oversold, but I feel like there's more downside in my opinion. Gold, as I said, I don't want to chase. Today's action, this in it, the nature of the beast. I don't want to chase gold when I see silver acting like crap, making new lows off the highs, lower highs and lower lows. As we talked about, the miners lead. What did they look? Oh, oops. Well, gold's at new highs. Miners are not. Now, holding the 50-day for now. We'll see what happens here. I'm not sitting here saying go short miners, but I'm just waiting for all this stuff to get whacked. Then I'll play the game. GDXJ, same kind of thing. AM had earnings. Look at the reaction. No love. AG. Look at the reaction. Chopping around. Breaks the range lows in the mid-sevens. We talked about this. Newmont. If gold's going to be ripping higher, then why the fudge is Newmont acting like shiitake mushrooms? Right? Their earnings were up 84% year over year. And this is the reaction you get. I mean, look at Amazon's earnings are up freaking 0% basically. Intel's negative. Stocks are up. All right. Okay. So this is the thing, right? I'd be watching these names. Pass. Chopping around. Be careful. Again, Taiwan Semi. What did we say? This gap was probably the trap of traps. Because you could see volume, high volume at highs. Here you go. Now again, it's just a stair step down. Micron stored in the SMH. And you got Soxus at the 18, 19 level. Leave a comment below. High five to you. Holy nice trade. Do the math on that. Pretty solid, 20+%. Micron. We talked about this double top. AMD. Look at this earnings. Broke the channel. Sayonara, suckers. And again, while people are like, oh, I'm like, dude, do not bet on tech. I'm telling you, it's overpriced. It's like when Tesla went to the moon, it priced in the best case scenarios. What happens then? It has to price it all in. And if you want to play that game stupidly, you go right ahead. You don't invest looking backwards. I'm investing in chips moving forward. The market's already invested moving forward. Think about it. You don't price in 150, whatever, 50, 100, 70,000. I mean, not 70, but 70 plus PEs on earnings and $3.5 trillion market caps making what? Do the math. If this was Shark Tank, they'd laugh NVIDIA off the stage. No wonder insiders can't sell fast enough. And you're buying? Okay, good luck. SMCI, we thought this was interesting, right? But what did we say? For weeks and weeks. DOJ stuff. Never not safe until then. Tradable? Yes. Now what? Oh gosh. Ernst & Young, their auditor. Bailing? That's not good. What's the right bottom? I don't know. But we do know that they're a supplier or purchaser, I can't remember, of NVIDIA. 11% of their sales. Telling you, something's funky with NVIDIA. Doesn't make sense. Intel pops on mediocre earnings. It's in the 23 range. I mean, what was the exact earnings on it again? It's something, I mean, you want to see like comedy, right? Revenues are down 6%. Margins down 27.8 pips. You want to buy Intel? Go right ahead. I mean, it's probably a pop and flop. Now, again, there's rumors they're going to get bought out, which I get that. But why would you pay a premium for a company like that? I mean, you're basically buying them at cost. Like we've seen where buyouts are. Like it's like, you know, you're not going to get any better deals. You know, the stock will go down if they don't. So somebody just comes in and gives them like a $20 offer. Okay. SMH gaps down. We talked about this head and shoulders top. 50-day, 200-day channel. Goodbye. Let's see what happens. Adobe. Range lows. Again, Apple. We talked about this retesting the highs after hours down at 221. No, it's about the 100-day. We talked about the Apple sales. Everyone knows they're crap. There's no reason for anyone to buy a 16. Just wait for a 17. Keep it simple, stupid. Amazon after hours at 195. Filling the gap. We'll see what happens here. AWS growth. Negative. What? I mean, what are you paying for the future of this? Shipping goods? Buying goods? Come on. Get out of here. We'll see. Meta. Look at the reaction to its earnings. Bang. CRM. Right? Holding up pretty well. Got to give it credit. Credit's due. 20-day is key. Google. Pops on its earnings. Look at it. We said giving it up. We said this did not look good. Oh, I forgot to put an arrow in there. Look at that. Giving it up. Microsoft earnings. Again, mediocre growth. Womp, womp. I'm telling you, they priced in the futures of these things. They're absolutely bonkers. Do not get caught with your hands in the cookie jar. NDAQ, as again we said, is the easiest short long term, in my opinion. All right, trap at the highs. MicroStrategy, interesting with Bitcoin, right? It kind of leads it. Not surprising if it's chopping around. Bitcoin should chop around, right? Long term, if Bitcoin goes to the moon, MicroStrategy is still cheap at a whatever $50, $60 billion valuation. Well, it's not. I mean, we've seen, if you've seen NVIDIA with $1 trillion freaking valuations, and this is nothing yet. Just be careful. Netflix, chopping around. Pedoblocks had earnings. This is why we don't play earnings. I mean, you don't know. Look at that. Big gap. Now what? Man, big doji, y'all. Ugh. Need more information. Pan W. Here we go. Retest the highs, backing off. Again, we like cybersecurity long term. I'm just not going to chase it. It's the nature of the game. Tesla. A lot of people are like, oh, I can't believe you're selling out of the money calls. I'm like, I'll be patient. It's fine. I'm giving myself time. Here we go. Didn't buy as many puts as I wanted, but whatever. So far, so good. I don't even need to really say much about Tesla. Y'all know how I feel about it. Again, it's a big trading range. Don't overthink it. Range highs, range lows. Range highs, range lows. Still paying whatever. What's the multiple on Tesla right now? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds because it'll still blow your mind. What you're paying future earnings valuations on this thing. It is still trading at 132 times future earnings. Okay. I mean, I've said it was a double-digit stock when it went down there. I was like, I don't know why we wouldn't retest that at some point. Makes sense to me. Insight, again, one of these companies we said would get bought out. Looking good. Palantir said it's overbought. Well, then you have management selling big blocks last week. 20 days finally breaking. You better hold that area. That's all I can say. McDonald's, how much E. coli is too much E. coli? I don't know. Watching 290s, DKNG, sports betting we talked about. Nobody has discretionary income. Oops, finally breaks down. Airbnb, chopping at the highs. Again, I don't think Airbnb is going to do well. Costco, been holding up, but finally starting to roll. I mean, once the 100-day breaks, man, there's not much down. I mean, you could just keep going. Starbucks, we talked about kitchen sink the quarter. Pretty wide and loose. FedEx, begging. It's like the 50-day. Might be it. Very simple, short, tight stops. I mean, I'm trying to think of like, man, I'd really like to see the trend line, but I know we can't assume that. Caterpillar, earnings. Look at this. Fills the gap. Long term, like Caterpillar. Just let it pull back. DE, same thing. We think it's a good stock. Let chop. Nucor. Again, we like materials. Let them come in. X. Earnings were just fine. Chopping around. Looks like it's going to get bought out at some point. Hoping for some sort of pain, though. VALE. We like this long term. Again, all these names. Arrow. Let them beat these things to shit. Copper. CCJ. Let them beat these things to shit. Right? Let them just beat them. CF. Here you go. Earnings, not bad, but okay. CF, I mean, Mosaic. This is why it's hard to chase. Talked about the 100-day, backing off. If it broke over it, bullish, can't. NTR, chopping around. AA, Aaron, chopping around. Come on. Come on, AA. Why are you so slow? Why are you pending? There you go. We like aluminum. Let it pull back. Look at this. Financials. Finally. Finally, it is happening. No. We'll see. 20-day. Closed right at it, essentially. Big volume. Posted this morning. Somebody knows something. JP Morgan, we short in the 225 area. You're looking good. Morgan Stanley. We talked about this popping. Look at that. Bank of America. You're welcome. Buffett can't sell fast enough. Who's buying? Starting to chop its way down. Goldman Sachs has been holding up pretty well, but we'll see what happens. 20 days key. Carry. Chop, fizz. What a relief it is. We talked about range highs, channel highs. Okay, how many more banks need to go under? We'll see. XBI. Again, we like this if it was bullish, but it's not. Bio is the most, one of the most sensitive names. It's not holding up that well. It's just chopping around. Jets, finally. All right, makes sense. Keep an eye on it. Looks like you have a chop top. Keep it simple, stupid. XHB, we talked about housing. Not going to do so well. Okay, gaps down on some earnings, chopping around. That's fine. Multiple days of chop is pretty typical after a big down move. TAN, solar. All right, we talked about dead cat bouncing. Sure. Sedge, got your 15 level. Now you're chopping. ENP, I don't know what to say. ENPH, range lows, chopping. First Solar gets slapped around on earnings. Chopping around. I mean, it's oversold. So I wouldn't be when you're at the lows in an oversold position on earnings, I mean, you're going to see games. I'd probably lay off of those. HYG, again, you got to be high out of your mind to buy corporate debt. Oil, geopolitical stuff come back. Again, Iran is going to do whatever the hell they want. There's no rules to war. I don't get it. UNG, meaning I don't get it. I mean, why are people believing this crap? I hate this product. I've said this. I'm going on record a million times. KLD, you're in the 80s. I might even still, again, wait. I mean, the market is just barely at 20s. So keep an eye on it. Makes sense to me. XOP, we like these names long term. Just multi-day ranges. They're probably not going to go anywhere but down or sideways. Again, we like CVE long term. Just keep an eye on it. Valero, gasoline. We talk about them when leading down. Not really looking so hot. At the range lows, we'll see. Maybe due for a bounce. MPC, not looking good. ExxonMobil, looks like it's going to break out. Looks awesome. Looks amazing. Keeps it up. Occidental, right? Here we go. Chopping around at the range lows. I mean, I personally like it. I think Buffett knows. The nose knows. Just let it play out. EQT, again, here you go. Here's the problem with chasing this stuff. It looked really good. No. 2-day bar. Red bar is equal. Here. Not good. Engulf. Nom, nom, nom. Again, I would wait for these things to come back down to the range lows. Last but not least, Flex LNG. I like this long term. I think we'll be natural gas exporters. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Always here to help. I appreciate any support, love for the channel. If you want to donate, you know where the links are. If you have a comment, heart, share with someone, I'd really appreciate it. You have a great and wonderful Halloween night. Please be careful. Please be careful. Please be careful. Probably a doji day tomorrow. Could be worse. Who knows?
Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.